Hello everyone, my name is Victor and I want to tell you a story about how my wife and I bought our own private island. Private islands are something that people get really excited about, I think, because it gives you this idea of privacy, remoteness, isolation, being away from the cell phones, the emails, and hustle and bustle of daily life. I think that's why a lot of celebrities, millionaires, and political figures buy private islands. Well, I can tell you that I'm none of those. I'm just a regular guy with a regular job. So I want to share my story with you and show you that it's something that you could also do yourself. My parents brought me here to Canada in 1999 with just 4 suitcases of stuff and $11,000 to their name. They didn't have a job lined up, they barely spoke the language, and it was just a great new adventure they were on. We left a country called Kazakhstan, which was a part of the old Soviet Union, and suffice to say that things just weren't going good over there. 3 years later, my wife's family came here in 2002 with same situation as us, a couple suitcases, maybe a couple $1,000s more. And in June of 2002, I met my beautiful wife when I was just 18 and she was 16 years old. So we've been together for many years since then, and over the years we've talked a lot about owning a piece of land for ourselves where eventually we could retire and live out our golden years, so to speak. In early 2013, around January, we watched a show called Island Hunters, and it's a show similar to House Hunters where a realtor takes a family or a couple to check out 3 private islands and they evaluate the pros and cons of them all, and in the end of the show they usually decide which one they want to buy. Once we watched that show, we were just so lit up with the whole idea of the land that we wanted to buy being an actual private island, and we just kept talking about it for months. So end of May, early June of that year, we went to the Dominican Republic for a vacation, the 2 of us, and we were sitting on the beach discussing what would our eventual retirement look like on a private island that maybe we'll buy in our 50s or 60s, and we've had all these cool ideas about it, and definitely had quite a few hours sitting on the beach chatting about it. We came back to Calgary, and then literally 2 days later my wife sent me an email, and the email just had one sentence in it: check this out. And it was a link to a brokerage website with an island for sale. When I read it, I couldn't believe my eyes. It had literally everything in it that we discussed, that we talked about, that we wanted, and believe it or not, the name of the island was Victor Island. Now, my name is spelled the Eastern European way, Victor. The island is the North American way with a Victor, but I didn't care. It didn't take me long to write back to her, and I just said, baby, whatever we gotta do, we gotta buy this island. So it was definitely way out of our reach financially at that point, and it seemed impossible, but we said, you know what? Let's go, let's fly out to Vancouver Island, let's go to the Pacific Coast, let's contact the realtor and check it out. So we got a plane, we flew out to Comox, BC, we went to Campbell River and met with a realtor, Ed Hanja, that had the listing for the island, and we drove across to the Pacific Ocean side. At that point, we knew nothing about islands, boats, or anything like that. So Ed ended up meeting up with one of the native guys, and we hired a water taxi to take us over there. So I'm gonna show you our first trip around Victor Island back in 2013 when we were still in our late 20s. Enjoy.
Like I say, you experience what the water is going to look like. wood box down to the bottom on the right.
Yeah. On the bottom
That's
right.
where the septic tank is. Okay. So everything goes down into there and then overflows down into the water. You know, that's an okay location, but you're going to build new, hanging up on that point. Over there. If you still see all of this, all of that. Look at that. It's pretty dramatic, eh? Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, with
Anywhere from level walk-off straight up 150 feet.
Wow.
you can dive in there, eh? That would be pretty cool.
You gotta take a look.
Yeah, obviously. You want to jump first?
No.
That is amazing. Now watch the forest, okay?
So, what do you think, Captain?
There's like a warning sign.
What's there?
Oh, look at those trees through the forest.
See, they're completely changes back here. You see how high it is here?
Yeah.
And you look through and you see where the light comes through and you get an idea of how much lower the topography
Oh,
is.
okay.
But look at the size of some of
that's
these old
a-
fence.
That is a huge
Right?
tree.
See, look at this site right here. Right? This is a little site as well for a little cottage or a gazebo. Depends where you want to be. You still get this view.
Yeah.
But you're going to block yourself from the south. Right?
Yeah.
So it eventually, I mean, you guys aren't going to do anything major for a while, so you'll have walked every inch of something like this, and you'll know at the end of the day where you want to be. I mean, to clean out some of the small stuff and have this grove of huge firs around,
Yeah.
it's pretty cool as well.
So that's to warn the ships kind of thing? Or?
Yeah, that's a navigational aid, and something like that will have a register on title that says they're entitled to have that. The
Okay.
government's entitled to have that navigational aid there.
So you said that they logged here. So if you own the property, you like they
Whatever you
wouldn't
like.
log now, right?
But they can't
Whatever
log
you
it.
want.
But
No,
They-
it's private land.
Okay.
But if you wanted to cut down one tree or all the trees, you can do whatever you like.
Oh, okay.
So you see, it's much lower here. It's pretty cool.
wow.
There's so many cool places, hey, that you can like walk around.
You're saying people find it looks different than on pictures. Yeah, this looks way
I think it
better.
looks better.
Well, it's definitely you have to take a look at it firsthand.
Wow. We were just in Calgary this morning having
Yeah, I
breakfast.
know.
So now you can see what I was talking about. If you get off here and you start to walk up through that draw, just on the
Uh-huh.
this little bluff, you get into this. I don't know. It's hard to describe, but it's pretty cool. It's a bit of bushwhacking, but
So that's what you mean if you have a metal boat, if you come up to these rocks,
Come up
it's
here,
a lot
head
kind of
off.
safer,
Exactly.
right?
That's what this thing is, right?
Yeah.
But you feel the light going through there. That only goes up 30 feet, and then it plateaus to a beautiful bend,
Yeah.
right?
Can you swim in this water? Or is it
Sure.
not, yeah?
Oh, it's
For
just
how long is
cold.
the question?
Well, yeah, I'm just wondering.
55.
Is it cold, yeah?
Yeah, no, you can. I'm a smart ass sometimes.
It's not like as cold as some mountain lakes
Yeah.
that I've jumped into, but it's pretty cold.
Yeah, no, my daughter will do it.
Oh, that's a nice area here too.
It is. Look at the light at the bottom. It gives you an idea of elevation, right? So it's actually a lot
And making a
lower.
movie?
I'm making a movie, yeah.
It's hard to really tell the difference until you've gone around a few times how much lower some portions are.
Wow.
You can see that this other operation over here, it's quite a way away.
Yeah, that thing
Yeah.
is pretty far. It's
Still, you can, mean, you'll hear it from time to time. The sound scoops over water pretty good, right?
Yeah, I can definitely retire here, man. 20 more years.
Guys, how much time do you think you're going to want so we can let Max know if he hangs around here or if he goes and picks us up in an hour or two?
What do you think?
What do I think?
Yeah.
He just fucking
So they're asking, like, how much time are we gonna need?
Max wait for us or come back at a certain time? Or...
Well, what
What-
do you think it's gonna take us? A couple hours or something like that?
I'd be surprised when we get done in an hour, but you're here now, so we'll spend whatever time you want, right?
Let's do an hour and a half to come back.
An hour and a half or so.
I don't know.
Because to
You
go
know
here
better
and
than
take
us.
a look at the cabin, what we might want to do is also have, Max drop you off at this end and let you run up in the forest and have a look, right? If you want to do that.
Back.
Yeah, or now, right? Either or. Just so you can get a quick look.
After we took the boat around the whole island and got to appreciate its beauty, we came to the dock. Now, the island was advertised as having a 40-foot aluminum ramp from the dock to the island, but it wasn't there. At that point, we had no idea what happened to it. However, a few years later, we did find out, and I'll have more on that in one of the future episodes. But the water taxi took us right up to the island with the bow of the boat. Myself, Eva, and Realtor Ed, we jumped over and we went to explore. And it was just a sight to behold. I'm gonna show you our whole walk around the island and looking at a house in the next episode. Let me know if you wanna see anything else and I'll be sure to oblige.